Are you planning on racing on the new race on the circuit, Ironman 70.3 Dallas Little Elm in Texas this year? Well, if so, this would be the video for you because I'm delighted to have the a quick chat with the race director, Nancy Goodnight, who is going to just I'm going to throw some questions about her, about the course and all the rest, and this will help you understand what a great race experience you're going to have on the day. So, before we hop into matters, who am I? My name is Coach Steve or Stephen Moody. I'm a YouTuber who does reviews and now apparently previews of Ironman races around the world. And this time I'm delighted to talk to race director Nancy Goodnight, who is going to talk to us a little bit. Well, actually, no, give us a little bit about your background because I know you from Waco. I know you from Take
Yeah.
Test. Do you want to give us a little bit of a background to yourself?
Yeah, sure. I'm an adult onset athlete. Didn't like a lot of people. I was a runner and in my 30s, started running and then kind of branched into Ironman. Never thought it would become a career for me. And it is. I love it. I'm really passionate about it. I spend a lot of time, like I said, you said earlier, I'm in Waco. I direct Ironman 70.3 Waco. I spend a lot of time getting to know my athletes. We pre-ride a lot. I actually live here, which is not common, for directors. But it's a huge advantage. I feel strongly about women in tri. I've got four daughters who've all triathloned and Ironman with me, and they volunteer. One's the transition captain for both Waco and or transition lead anyway for Waco and for Little Elm. So yeah, she's out there with her bullhorn. She's pretty intense, but so yeah, again, I still compete. So I'm training right alongside my athletes that are coming to my events. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And by the way, I love this picture we have of you at this stage. This I've actually been lucky enough to race against Nancy in Ironman Texas because she's
Yeah.
first and foremost, she's actually an athlete just like us, and this is why you'll see if you're lucky to race one of her races in Waco and Little Elm, you'll see they don't leave any stone unturned. I did the Waco review with her as well, and some of the ideas she was coming out with went, that's brilliant, fantastic. So
Thank
we'll
you.
I will, and again, you'll see this as we talk through the course, and let's just have a quick couple of questions on it, Nancy. And again, thank you for your
Okay.
time.
Thanks for having
So,
me.
where are we going to be swimming in? And I might sign up yet. I said I have to decide if I go back to a 70.3 in Texas as opposed to the full. So I'm tempted. So where are we going to have
Yeah.
the swim in Little Elm?
So it's Louisville Lake, and I actually went up there and did a triathlon in April. I already knew we were going to, be launching, but I went up there kind of incognito to check it out myself. So I got in and swam it, and it's a great lake. You'll see a lot of athletes already out there swimming anyway. It's got sandy beaches, volleyball courts, things like that. So it's really spectator friendly, and you'll get in, and the water's really, really calm. I have promised that if it's not wetsuit legal, I'll eat an entire box of Twinkies because it will be wetsuit legal. I think it'll be, some pretty cool water. I think people will be happy about that. It's a very straightforward course. Like I said, we don't get a whole lot of wind and a whole lot of uh, current there, so it's pretty. I guess you call it a flat swim, but you'll get straight in and make that little square box and straight out. So I mean, it can't get any easier. So. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really
So,
going to be really nice, but you'll like the entrance and the exit quite a bit.
yeah, and it will be a rolling swim start as well, I presume.
Yeah, 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 yeah. The days of the mass start are over. I personally miss that, but I'm a little
Yeah.
odd. So, but yeah, it'll be rolling. I don't think we know how many athletes per how many seconds yet. We haven't determined that. It'll depend on the start number. I know for Waco, we do three athletes every 5 seconds. So it'll be, somewhere around that range, three or four athletes every 3 to 5 seconds.
And it's a beach start. It'd be there's no pontoon
Correct.
or anything. Okay, beach start,
No.
and then also a beach exit out of the water here, I presume.
Yeah, yeah, that's the current plan, but we may put a dock in just depending, as time progresses. So we're still, we've got several months and it's an inaugural event. So there's a lot of questions that we're still answering and asking ourselves. So yeah.
Yeah. And by the way, just to reiterate, this is I guarantee if there's any changes to what we discuss here, it's for the actually going to make the experience even better. Because I know how
100%.
Nancy thinks when we're talking to Waco. You could see she was thinking through actually, I'd love that to happen, or that'd be a cool experience. So anything that actually happens on top of this, it's just more cherry on the cake. So again, but so the current plan is beach start, this beautiful lake swim in Louisville, simple. And for fear of a box of Twinkies, it's going to be wetsuit. We're hoping it's going to be wetsuit
I'm
league.
telling you, I'm absolutely certain. Yep.
By the way, I like Twinkies, so I don't know if that's
I
got me
know
a
it's a
punishment.
kind of a family joke. So
Cool. Okay, so it looks like, and it's is it a single transition, by the way? Is it
it
a
is.
okay?
Yeah. Yeah. Which is great. And it's in a parking lot, a very large one, obviously, but that's a real advantage because we have in Waco, we have it in a large field and everybody's seen that, Ironman Texas, it's in a large field, which is great until it's not. Like at Texas, one year it was flooding, and I can still remember they had baby pools out the exit of transition so that you could dip your feet and dip your shoes because you were in the mud. So that's one factor we won't have to deal with, which I'm pretty excited about. It allows it to be very level as well, and you don't have to deal with ants. Or sticker burrs or anything like that. So the transition area, I think, will be really, really clean.
And that's another thing as well, by the way. Even the mud in Texas, you don't even think about it. When you're running in your cleats, the mud gets stuck in the cleats, and it also
Oh,
can
yeah.
actually make it a little bit slippy at the start.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm a big fan of like a hard floor, what you call it, diddle-a-doo transition. It means also if you do run with your bike with your shoes clipped in, it's actually easier to run on a hard enough floor and
100%.
on a
Yeah.
concrete floor.
I think so. And this is a kind of it's not concrete, it's asphalt, which
Asphalt,
will
yeah.
less likely to slip. So
Okay.
I'm happy about the transition. It'll be just a nice big paved lot.
And this run from the swim exit to transition, that looks like it's a short enough. It's not nothing to write home about. It's not.
Yeah, again, it's I haven't measured it actually, I'll be honest, but that's something this is good for me to talk this through because these are things that I'll need to remember. 'Cause I know like I literally know exactly how far it is from swim exit to into the transition. It's 582 feet in Waco. I know because I've measured it a lot. But this one I would say is, really short, just a couple hundred yards.
Cool, excellent.
So
And again, I know it's always volunteer dependent, but again, I know in Texas they have wetsuit strippers. Would that be the plan if you have excess
yeah,
volunteers, or that
100%.
is always
No, that's a guaranteed. We already have that on our volunteer local sign up. And we call them wetsuit peelers now. Although I personally, whenever I am in an Ironman that's wetsuit legal, I always put a $5 bill and I always tip my strippers. I recommend you always do that. I'm not kidding. I really do that. So, but yeah, we will have peelers for sure.
fantastic. I look, as I said, I always get a bit of FOMO when I interview like the American race directors. I go like, oh wow, because we don't have peelers. We also don't have bike
Oh yeah.
catchers. It's only a
Yeah.
big bit like
Yeah.
Like
That's
the
like
European Championships. Like and even then you don't
yeah.
have peelers at all in Europe. Like so,
Yeah. It's a little concierge for sure.
lovely, lovely. And again, is it going to be a traditional was it transition or a clean transition with red and blue bags? Is that the plan?
Uh, no, no, no. It will be traditional. You'll bring your own bag. So yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, but
fantastic.
it's not like a full, there's no changing tents or anything like that. You'll bring your own bag. And we'll, as time approaches, we'll talk about, during the race as what that should look like. Some people, kind of overstep their space. We don't want that. So,
I've never seen so many people post up on Facebook forums about these buckets that they apparently you can guys get in.
oh, don't get me started on the bucket, the emotional support bucket. That's what I call it. Don't bring a bucket. I will shame you.
I need to get a slide. There's just a big red cross between the buckets. No,
Yeah.
as in
Yeah.
there's limited space in transition. You actually
Yeah.
sort of again you have to be was it polite to your neighbors, polite to your other athletes, etc. And just taking up a bucket it just causes everyone duress.
It's
Okay,
literally
cool.
18 inches. That's all you get. So
Yeah,
wide.
and someone's
Yeah.
talking about turning it over and you can sit in it. I went, no, no. If it's essentially a stool, it's
Yeah.
already taking up too
It
much
doesn't
space in
belong.
my book.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Anything else we think about the swim or transition?
Not really. No big hill or anything to get, in some events you have a hill when you're getting out of the water and there's a little bit of a gradual incline. I mean, it's out off of a beach, but very slight. I mean, insignificant completely. So
Cool. Excellent. And what sort of numbers are you hoping for? It'll be a couple of thousand. So will it be a big transition area, do we think? Or
Yeah, we're thinking 25 to 2,800. So that'll be what our sellout. And we are, by the way, less than 100 slots left. So the relay sold out like in 2 days. And then the rest of it, we're almost already sold out. So, but we won't go any further. We won't decide to stretch it. It's a first year. We want to make sure we do it right. So we will not be adding any slots.
yeah. And again, and by the way, I'm seeing this a lot more in a lot of the forums. If a race is sold out, guys, it is sold out. And
Yeah.
Arman, again, they're just, and by the way, this is just a warning to people. I'm seeing people try to scam other people on forums saying, I can sell you a ticket. You cannot
Mm-mm.
transfer an entry. Ironman doesn't allow it. If you're caught doing it, it's bans for both parties. So
Correct.
if you're keen to do this race, and by the way, after watching this video, I'll be surprised if you're not, hit the register button and just get on it because then you don't want to be the guy or the girl on the forum going, does anyone know if is there going to be cancellations? There's not. You get in at the start or you don't, and you get in at the start and then you start training. So turn the commitment into commitment. I'm going to
Yeah.
make a t-shirt with that.
Well said.
Okay, cool. All right, we shall move on to the bike course. Actually, just before we do, again, just if you want to check out other videos, and again, as I said, I've been lucky enough to interview Nancy on 70.3 Waco. If you're doing that, there's a review video there. There's on Texas. There's all the other ones as well. And please, thanks very much to Nancy for giving her time. Please give her a thumbs up saying thanks. This is going to be a great race, and this is a great way of seeing what it's going to be like. I'll probably do a review video talking to some of the athletes afterwards, and I guarantee you they will sing all the praises as well. But on to this lovely looking bike course. What can people expect on this course around Little Elm?
So I've ridden the course myself on my bike a couple of times. I absolutely love it. It's about 1,200 feet of climb again, so it's some gentle roller hills. You could definitely do the entire thing in your big ring. I mean, 100%. There's nothing punchy enough. I mean, you know how you can look at the elevation and you look at it and go, wow, that's a climb. Really, when you look at the gradient, I mean, look over there from 520 to 640, it may look steep. It's not. I mean, I literally did the whole thing in my big ring, and it's beautiful when we were out there, lots of rolling again, hills, ranches, a lot of longhorn, a couple of buffalo, even and a llama. But a lot of residential, nice areas. The community is super supportive. We're actually going through 9 different townships, cities, and they all showed up. All the leadership from every one of those towns showed up at the kickoff. Very, very welcoming. They really want us there. But not a whole lot of, I mean, you can see there is some turnings. There's always one at the very end of that Rock Hill Parkway. You can see the 180 degree. It's not really a 180 degree, believe it or not. Most events actually do have one. I personally hate them, and I'm technically, I think, reasonable on the bike, but I still don't enjoy them. But this one is actually a little loop in you make a little circle. It's not even a 180 degrees. It looks like it on the map, but it isn't. So there isn't any. But there's not a lot of huge turns. It's not a tricky course at all. I wouldn't call it technical in any. I'd be really challenged to find any part of it that I think is technical at all. So
Cool.
I think that's a real advantage. I think it'll be a fast course.
And road surface, what can people expect on a day? Good road
That
surface?
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Right now there's a couple areas under construction, but they've assured us they'll be done by November. In Texas, we don't pour asphalt after November. And haven't been up there in the last few weeks, just been busy with Waco. But man, it's awesome. Like, we Texas has chip seal, and I'm sure you're familiar with what that is. It's very common. It's inexpensive and the counties use it. There's almost none on this course, like zero. I was like, wow, this is so smooth and so nice. We've got a great traffic company that's helping us, design just the most safe course we can. But I'm looking forward to it. It really goes through some beautiful areas.
Fantastic. And will it be closed roads the entire way, or will the certain junctions be manned, or what's the plan? Or do you know at this
Um,
point?
no, most of it will not be fully closed, so there will be vehicular traffic. But like I said, we have a really good company that will be helping us in it because there is so much support. We go through 2 counties, and like I said, 9 municipalities that have will be sending all their law enforcement out there to make sure everything is safe. But yeah, you will be riding with traffic. Most courses these on these routes are. So
Okay. And I must admit, actually, again, I found this in Texas. I thought I said cops, the police, they were so friendly and all the rest, and they were
Oh
really,
yeah.
really, really encouraging to us at the junctions
Yeah,
and the
they're
rest. And
great.
I thought that was absolutely brilliant. You get a lot of
Yeah.
in our Irish courses, you get a lot of grumpy Garda, and they're just sitting there. I don't want to be here. I know I'm earning overtime,
Yeah.
but I don't want to be here.
Yeah. Yeah. No, they're very friendly. Of course, it's Texas. We got that Texas hospitality.
That's it, 100%. And again, from the sounds of it, it looks like if you have a TT bike, you'd be well. Would it be a TT or road bike?
Oh,
You had the choice. TT
if I
bike.
had the choice, I'd definitely do a TT bike for 100%. And just another note on the elevation, if you just kind of look at it, like I said, none of it is substantial, but you will note that it's to me, it's the best kind of course where you do most of your work on the front end.
Hmm.
You know, even if you get a headwind or you have a climb, any kind of climbing, that's where you want it. And then, your last 20 miles, what are you doing? You're getting ready for the run and you're feeling, it's not even just that it helps your legs. And this is just me speaking as an athlete. It helps your confidence. You're like, wow, I'm flying. I'm really fast. I'm great. And then you feel good on the run. And I think that translates into better performance. I mean, you just are more confident. But I like the way it's designed because of that. You can see the work that you are putting in is more on the front end.
A
So
100%. And again, as a coach, one of my bugbears is athletes get out of the water, they're feeling top of the world, and they just go too hard in the first half of the bike. So this course will actually put a little bit
yeah,
of manners on you. And also, as you
yeah.
said, then allow you to build into the race. And as I tell the guys at the start, just slow for the first 10 miles. Make sure you get on top of nutrition. Make sure you've got everything comfortable. Whereas it does look like it will lean towards that. And then, as I said, once you're hitting that stride, you're hitting your power numbers, you're hitting your heart rate zones or whatever you're judging your intensity by, then you speed on home. And as you said, then setting yourself up for a great run, which is the way forward. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Speaking on the run, we'll just again, and we are coming back to the same transition again, as you said, single transition, a lot less, and makes logistics a lot easier for the athlete in the build up, makes it easier for spectators, etc., and all the rest. So great option
Mhm.
there. Anything else in the bike course before we have a little talk about that run course?
Not really. Again, I'm really excited about it. It has some beautiful areas and some nice road surface. I think we're going to see some fast times for sure.
I have to ask you this now because I'm thinking about it. I'm reviewing it and I'm going like, actually, I'd like to do this one. It must be hard for you. You put this cool race together and you go, I'd love to do this, and you see, you just get to watch all your friends do it in the day. Is that hard?
Yeah. Oh, it's you have some major FOMO, like you're saying. I mean, you put all your, I like to pre-ride with the athletes the weeks leading up. I've done probably just this year alone at least 5 pre-rides in Waco, and I'll be doing that in Little Elm as well. We've got some major, super strong triathlon clubs there. The Frisco Triathlon Club, Dallas, Fort Worth. Those are really, really strong. Rockwall, they are strong clubs that will be supporting this race, racing this race, but also they're already out there leading group rides so that and that's twofold. It's really nice because the athletes have a chance to ride it and to experience it and get to know what to do, but also the community around it, they learn to understand, oh, here's not only let's be careful, let's pay more attention because there are bikes on the road, but also they realize the impact that it has on their community and they get excited too. So, it'll be a lot of fun to see all the people out there riding in the next few months. And in Texas, we're lucky; our weather is usually good. We can pretty much ride year round. So
Envious.
outside,
You're
yeah.
not trapped in the horrible Zwift world I'm in.
Nope.
And by the way,
No, we
actually,
pay for it in the summer, but yeah.
well, that's it. As in, yeah, it's hot enough. Actually, that's a great point, by the way, in terms of if there are strong triathlon clubs. And again, I might get you some of those links, or I'll do that and put them in the comments below. Because if you are signing up for this for in your first 70.3, or I know a lot of people will jump onto this as well as the first triathlon, um, that's absolutely 100% okay to do, but I really strongly recommend that you connect in with these clubs to get a bit of structure training, to learn from experienced athletes, experienced 70.3ers, and actually just get into go on a group ride in this course. This will really set you up for success. So 100% if you are thinking about doing this, do take advantage of clubs around you, especially if you're in this area. And I'll try to get those names of those clubs and put you in the comments below because I think that's a really clever way of actually building yourself into sport and plugging yourself into the community. And therefore, because myself and Nancy wants you to be is not a one and done guy who come up and say, I've done a 70.3, and when was that? Like 7 years ago, never did again. We really want you to plug into this really cool, energetic community that comes and does races this year, every year, or like does Waco one year, Little Elm next year, or even come over and do races in Europe, etc. Like it's a cool community, and joining a club will increase your chance to understand it's not just one race. This is a whole lifestyle you're plugging yourself into. So,
Exactly. I agree.
so look at Nancy as well. She's, as she said, she's even made a career out of it and is a brilliant
Yeah.
ambassador for the sport. Okie doke. Alrighty, we'll move on to the. I was just going to talk about the aid stations.
Yeah.
Do we know, will it be mortal hydration in the aid stations, or is that known yet? Or
If I tell you, I'll have to kill you. So
I'm
just
not
leave,
taking that risk.
I'm going to leave it there.
Okay. And again, what I will recommend though is as part of 70.3, there is aid stations are key. There's a video I'll put in the comments below because, as I said, for both myself and Nancy, know these are the high reward yet high risk places on the race course
Yeah.
because, as I said, there's lots of moving parts, but there's ways you can work into your practice, your training, and learn how to do it. And there's do's and don'ts. I'm not going to go into it. I do in one of my other videos, but there's a video in the comments below that will show you that. And it will make myself and Nancy happier that you're coming to the race, understanding how an aid station will work, how it's built into your nutrition strategy, which is absolutely crucial. Oh, and I'll put in information about the nutrition strategy in the videos below.
And
Okay.
I'll add a quick note on that for me personally in Waco, and I'll be doing this in Little Elm as well. I get out there on my bike and I train the volunteers. I make them come to a training thing and I get in a parking lot and I say, okay, I'm going to come by on my bike. You need to practice. Here's the routine. This is what we do. So we take it very seriously, and we don't allow young children, anyone under 15, to be at a bike aid station, run stations. We do not bike because of the safety. It's the safety of not just the athletes, but the volunteers as well. But I literally get out there and train them. And I think that helps our stations and our athletes. I think everybody is happier and safer when they know exactly what to do and how to do it. So I agree with what you just said. People need to really understand that process, practice it, and again, getting into a tri club, you'll be allowed to do that. So highly recommend.
And absolutely, and it's that, and it's fantastic you do that. And actually, that would make sense from my experience with Ironman Texas volunteers, etc. They know what they're doing and all that. But again, there's also responsibility on the athlete as well. And it's as simple as I said, I tell my guys in your last few sessions in your build on your long bike on the way home, get your partner, get your friend, or stand out with a water bottle, hold it out, and you have to try and grab that and secure it onto your bike. You will knock it out of their hands the first few couple of times because you're not used to it. You've gone in too fast. You didn't look at the right point. But do it two or three times and you'll know how to do it. That's on us. We need to have do that because otherwise bottles go flying. You won't get the nutrition you want, etc., etc. You guys are training on your side. We get a little bit of training on our side, and it all becomes a much happier community out there. Cool. Alrighty. Okay, run course. We got three loops on this run course. Do you want to talk us through where they'll be running, what they can expect on course, what they'll be running on, etc.?
Absolutely. This is my favorite part. Of course, I'm a runner by nature, but this course is so fun and so great. It's you can see you're all along the lake, but you're running through a lot of paved gravel area in the trees. So you'll have shade, but it's also just aesthetically pleasing and it's a lot easier on your joints. I mean, it's not like a trail. Don't get too excited, people. It's more like a very crushed granite. I ran it quite a bit when I was up there, checking things out, and it's just beautiful. But it's like you said, it's 3 laps. I personally really like that. I just did chat 70.3 last in the spring, and it is 100% to me more energy. It's more spectator friendly, which creates the energy because you get to see, not just everybody, but the people who actually know you and are there to support you. And I know again, as an athlete, when I see my support team, that really energizes me. So we're gonna have a lot of that, a lot of energy. Like I said, the course is beautiful. One of my favorite parts is actually the most northwestern part up there on that little loop. It's right along yeah, right there. It's right along the water, so you really get a nice view of the lake. And again, it's really, really pretty. I think you guys will love it. I'm excited about it. And very, very flat. Like, I mean, flat. So
Yeah, so I was just
I
looking at
like a
that
hill,
there.
but that doesn't make me popular. So this is a super flat course. And I think we're going to see some fast times at this race.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, there's another aspect of I'm a big fan of the support, and I love the Americans are again they're much more vocal than European supporters, but they're loud, they're noisy, but they're exactly what you want on like you're running your half marathon and your legs are crumpling a little bit, and someone's calling out your name and all the rest, or your
Yeah.
tri suit and all the rest. If you, I tend to run with a tri suit with Ireland on it, and again that gets a lot of
Yeah.
atmosphere as well. But also, you also mentioned we
Yeah.
are athletes in the end of the day. I love on a 3 lap course. I can see where my teammates are,
I
or some.
know, right? Yeah, yeah. I love, and there's not a lot of out and back in this, but you will be able to see other people, and then if you pass them or they pass you, again, it's the camaraderie, it's the fun. I personally wish that we would put ages back on the legs because I like to know if someone's in my age group. I'm just a little bit competitive. But you know, in a course like this, you could you can see people better, like you said, and that adds to the fun of it, you know, and the ability to support each other. So
Oh, absolutely. And by the way, it is funny. I know I used to love when you had that age because I actually start
yeah,
asking people now. So like, hey, and it sounds a bit weird. As in like, so what's your date of birth? I almost feel like I'm trying to
yeah,
steal their identity.
you little
And what's your
stalker.
mother's
Yeah.
na maiden name and your credit card number? And actually, that's a question as well. Will they be printing off names again on the number? So do you know if they're going to do that? Because I'd love that where they
They
have
Yeah, they've started doing that again. So I
brilliant.
hope by then it'll still be. I can't promise you because
Yeah.
it's not. I'm not there yet, but I know they're planning to do it for Waco. I like that as well. I mean, I do. I think it's really nice for it's personal attention. For yourself, you get it, and a lot of especially first timers. But I will not lie. If you were to go upstairs in my bike room, every Ironman race bib. I still have them. I'm so
Yeah.
weird. But I still keep them, which I don't keep my race bibs from the local 5K or even I only keep the marathons and the Ironman events. I don't know why. But I keep them. So it's nice to have it's a souvenir, you know. A lot of people hang them in their garage or their bike room or, family Christmas. I don't know. But it was nice to have the name on it. So I
Yeah.
think that's something Iron Man knows has been missing and they are bringing it back.
Yeah.
People like that.
Which is brilliant because there's one. I don't think they ever did away with it in Europe but it was. I remember one
Yeah.
year I went in Texas and I didn't have it. I only noticed it because you'd get "Come on, Irish guy" and all the rest, and said and it's funny because it makes that weird connection with an absolute stranger. You're crumpling over, you're kind of looking at your feet, you're going, "Oh, I just can't make this," and you hear someone shout your name, and you suddenly you're looking up and going like, "How does?" And then, "Oh, it's my number." But come on, Stephen, you're looking great. As in, you got this. And went, and you get a little bit of a little bit of a boost. It makes connection, and you can have a bit of crack with the guys back and said, "Yeah," and you high five people. So
Yeah.
big fan. I'm again, if
I
you've
am too. I think that's important, you
yeah.
know.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, cool. So that looks like an absolute great little run course. Again, coming off that fast bike, if you pace it well and you fuel well, it could be a PB course. It looks again, it got them elements of it. If you race it well, you train well for it, I might be able to go with PB. Anything else on the run course, Nancy?
Not really. I mean, you can see where the finish line is. You're right back to transition. So that makes for, again, spectator friendly. They'll be right there. They can find you and then you can collect your things. And there's a huge pavilion there where we'll be having the finish line experience for everybody. Um, we're probably going to be doing some kind of Texas themed street tacos, something like that. That's what we're looking at right now for finish your food. And you'll love the beach area. Like I said, it's got nice sandy beaches so the family can hang out. Lots of volleyball courts, things like that. Yeah, it's going to be a really nice area. So, and it's all very tight and very close. Um, I'm excited about it for sure.
Which makes it perfect for spectators as well. As in, like I said,
Yep.
you can be from the looks of it, you could be around. I'd say here will be a really, really big place because you'll see runners going
Hmm.
past a couple of times, and you can then head down with them to the finish line. So it's
Yep.
spectator friendly as well, which is great.
Very, and that area is close enough, to the finisher village area. So there'll be food trucks and things like that. So your fans, your spectators, your support crew, when you start going out towards Riney Road again, and heading out, they can go and they can get a snack, they can use the restroom, they can do whatever, they can come right back. It's very centrally located. And again, because it is, you've got so many people there and it builds the energy and excitement because there's other people kind of feeding off of each other, as opposed to if everyone is all spread out, it just kind of
Yeah.
lessens the impact of the party.
And you can hear the noise as well. You can hear the here
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
which in one way is great, and in another way is kind of very disheartening. I remember I could hear I could hear was a Cat Matthews finishing on her lap on like she was like two whole laps ahead of
Yeah.
me on the run. And I was going like, and here's Cat Matthews, and I went, oh, I'm so envious.
Oh, yeah.
But you almost start craving that finish line energy because you'll hear it from here. Absolutely,
Right.
you'll be running along here, and the noise will be coming from here, and you go, you know what, that's where you get your little lift. You sort of go, okay, look,
Hmm.
all right, this you felt really bad in the first lap. Okay, let's just get into the rhythm, and that's where we're heading towards. You start visualizing that finish line, and it'll keep you bouncing along. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okie doke. Now, I don't have clearly because you haven't got the finish line, but I still text this because I thought it's I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure you will have something as good, if not better,
Oh,
for
yeah.
that. But again, and also I know that we've both raced Texas together, so I thought it was appropriate. There's a little picture of Texas.
Absolutely. Yes. Yeah.
Um,
I'm racing Texas again this year, so I do it every year. It'll be my
oh, are you? I'm
yeah, I'm the sole survivor of the females. There's only one female who's done them all. It's me. It's my 15th one of Texas.
oh
And there's
wow.
three men. I got to beat them. I got to outlast.
I
They're
know
faster
my
and
money's
younger.
on you, Nancy.
I'm the old forever, we count it down every year, it'd be like 14 or 15 of us and it'd be like, oh, I'm still pretty speedy. And now it's like, okay, I'm the oldest and the slowest for survivor, and it's okay.
Here, but 15 Texas, I think that's phenomenal. I
I
don't
love
think
that race.
I'm not going to Texas this year. I'm thinking of California,
Oh
because I've
yeah.
done, yeah, it's this stage, one of these things that we do in all these reviews, you go, I've done Texas twice now, and I sort of go, I really need to start doing other races to
Yeah.
actually see them. I got a bit of FOMO, but don't worry, I'm putting Little Elm on my to-do list for absolutely
Yay.
sure.
Good.
Or
Good.
Waco, as I said, I'm definitely gonna
Oh, I'd love that too.
I have
Yeah.
definitely catch up with you on this. So listen, I'm going to say thank you very much again, as in it does sound like an absolutely great race. If there's any questions from people who are watching the video, there's a really active Facebook forum. They're probably there. But if you've got questions you want to throw in this video, put them in there, and I'll try to field them as much as I can. But on that, I will just say Nancy, thank you so much for your time again. It's always lovely to chat to you. I am really excited to see how this race pans out because I know you will not leave any stone unturned. Any last minute words to people? Well, aside from register if you want to get in, any
Yeah, you
last minute
better,
words?
because I constantly get these messages after they go, hey, could you get me in? No, I literally have no control over it at all. So, yeah, I'm excited to meet everybody. But I'm very accessible. Feel free to reach out to me. You can find me anywhere on social media. Sadly, my cell phone's all over the place. But I do like connecting with my athletes, and this is a fun way to do it. So, thank you for having me.
No, absolutely brilliant. And again, I look forward to seeing it. And again, I will thank you ever so much for your time, and we will leave it there. Thanks, Nancy.
Thank you. Bye bye.